All right, y'all, as I mentioned in other videos, I love this show, She Would Never Know, also called Sunbae, Don't Put On That Lipstick. I love it so much. The end of episode 3 basically is the reason I love this show so much. And I believe it was because of the use of colors to convey emotion that carried you to the climax of, well, the cliffhanger of episode 3. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit now because I just love it so much and I have to get it off my chest or it's just going to stay on it forever, weighing me down. So just bear with me. Okay, so the ending scene of episode 3, which sent my love into the stratosphere. In this one scene in a dive bar, they show the woman, Jin-ah, with a lot of purple and pink colors, and the man with beige and yellow colors. And of course, the man is Jae-hyun-sung. I feel like the pink and the purple, just the warm plum colors around the woman, shows her still lingering warm love feelings that she is expressing at that moment. Because even though she is trying to keep it light, she is talking about how much she thought her boyfriend loved her and just how much of a fool she feels. But it also shows us how he could see her, how Jae-hyun-sung sees her, which is that he is in love with her, which is why from his viewpoint, she's wrapped in these warm red colors, these warm pink and purple colors, because through his eyes, he's just, smitten with her. When she talks about being pathetic for not knowing what to do, it shows her wrapped in these blue tones, which connotes a sad feeling. Even though she is smiling through these scenes and kind of giggling, chuckling through these scenes a bit, it still shows that internally she's pretty destroyed. Now, in contrast, he is bathed in warm yellows, which I think shows his optimistic side of looking at the bright side of things. If you look at our character chart, it shows that he was raised with a lot of love. His father is a well-respected judge, so he was raised just on the up and up. But, so that kind of shows his internal strength is this yellow, bright, optimistic look. But you can also look at it from her viewpoint, which could show that she sees him as this young little puppy who she still considers more like a little brother than a love interest. He is also bathed in greens, which I feel shows how he is envious and wants his love of his colleague to be accepted. It also shows a bit of jealousy because she's talking about her boyfriend in this situation, and he probably wants her to just not talk about her boyfriend at all and to be more focused on him, even though he's comforting her in this situation. Kind of shows his envy about the entire thing. And even though he's bathed in yellows and you can see his optimistic side, whenever he starts talking about feeling sad or hears her say something sad, you can see him just bathed in blue or framed in blue, which I love because he is not being open about what he feels in this situation. But due to how the colors are being used, you can tell how he's feeling in it. It's just wonderful. Okay, so then the scene changes to them sitting outside. And even when they go outside and talk on the bench, she is lit in warm reds and plums, and he is still backlit in these yellow tones. Her color is plum, and his color is yellow. When he tries to convince her to kind of go with his scheme to date him, he is lit in greens again, because you can kind of show him wanting this a lot. So that kind of shows him wanting. When she tells him that she thinks, no, we need to stop right here and let's just, end it how it is, that's when you see him in blues again, showing that, just the sadness of how he wishes she would think another way and go along him with this. But he accepts her decision. He just doesn't verbalize his feelings or go against her at all. He drops her off at her house, which is the last scene in this whole 3-scene thing that just made me just yell. I loved it so much. When they go to her house, she still has these warm plum colors around her. They're even on her building. I mean, it's just really with her, this like love feeling that he kind of feels towards her. I think it's showing. He still has these yellows around him, and he still has these greens around him, which I feel shows him wanting, and it shows his optimistic feeling. Just his color's just bright and yellow. That's him. When her ex-boyfriend shows up, he has more dark colors surrounding him, almost like a lack of color around him, or there's also like the white building showing around him, so it's almost like black and white for him. I don't know if that was done purposefully, but I kind of like what it showed with just how if the colors are around him, it's black or white. He doesn't have any of the warm feelings. Okay. When the ex-boyfriend shows up, so he has these dark colors around him. He also has the white, connotating like the black and white around him. Hyun-sung still has yellow around him, but the yellow isn't as strong. It's like a really weak yellow when Hyun-sung has to confront the boyfriend. But he's trying to confront the boyfriend really strongly because he's trying to tell him to back away from who he thinks is his girlfriend. So Hyun-sung is confronting the boyfriend because he's trying to protect Sung-ah in this scene. He's trying to protect her from the boyfriend. He knows their whole situation, and he even has his hand down, in a protective stance for her. His yellow color is really tiny in this moment though, which I think kind of shows that he's a little hesitant to do this because the boyfriend is literally his boss at work. And this is the first time that she's already told him not to insert himself into her life. So in this moment, he's going against what she wished for him and is inserting himself into her life. So it kind of shows with his yellow being really small that he's insecure about this situation. However, from his character chart, you know that he's courageous and he goes after things. So that's what he's doing. He's going after, and he's just always on the up and up. So he's trying to protect her in this situation. And the part that I love absolutely so much is when she holds his hand, he gets all the confidence he needs, because I think his insecurity was more on her side and him inserting himself into her life again, which she did not like. When she holds his hand, he gets all the confidence he needs to basically tell the boyfriend to F off. And in that scene, you can see his yellow color gets really bright and really big and starts to overtake the boyfriend's darker colors. Oh my God. Yes. Yes, show. Yes. And then the very last scene of episode 3, they even revealed the camera starts to pan, which reveals the lamp that's closest to Hyun-sung starts to get brighter and brighter, which I feel shows his energy coming out to protect Sung-ah in this situation. Oh my gosh, it is just the best. Like I was saying, I don't know if the entire drama is going to be like this, but episodes 1, 2, and 3 were absolute perfection. Everybody should watch them just to get that emotional feeling you feel when you get to the end of episode 3. It is something I want to duplicate in anything I might write. It is that good. Okay, so that was my favorite scene. That is how I really enjoy the use of colors in this show. She Will Never Know, or Sunbae, Don't Put On That Lipstick. And we're gonna do episode 4 coming up soon. I hope I like it as much as I like the first 3. Okay, see you on the next episode.